the game can see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
Ooh, I'm glad you brought him up. I spoke to him.
Who, Fonfara? He wants to fight on the card, doesn't he?
He wanted to fight on this card. He said it was too late.
Yeah.
But no future DAZN signing for him. I mean, he's moved up to cruiserweight.
Yeah.
It's
not
a farewell for Tony Bellew. Not a big enough name.
No, not for Bellew, no. But it's we're in a situation where
everybody's calling now.
No, they are. I say everybody's calling, but we're getting a lot of calls. I mean, we're getting like all the guys who can't get or aren't at the front of the list from Showtime or HBO are on us, obviously. And that's why, like, when I talk about Thomas Delorme, he's a guy who was with TMT for a long time, boxed Terence Crawford. Like, there's something about giving a guy an opportunity who looks you in the eye and says, can I just say, thank you, I needed this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus, yo, where's my limo? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, fucking hell. Yo, send my cheque on Monday. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, we need those guys as well, because that's just life. But, you know, and you know that when a guy is scrapping for his future, he's going to give you something in that ring. I promise you, Delorme will leave everything in the ring against Vargas, and vice versa. So, like, it's like with the Broner stuff. Do you know what I mean?
That's
like,
what I was going to get into. Can you talk a little business? Because I don't understand that. Like, you mentioned it a little bit down there. You said that there's guys in their ear saying, don't sign with Eddie. But if you're an advisor or a manager, Black and White, I mean, I'm taking your word as, truth. Black and White, it sounds like your deals are better.
Oh, much better, much better. No, because there's all kinds of things you have to consider. You know, like if you're a Showtime fighter, someone, an advisor or manager or Showtime, might say to you, oh, you don't want to go with DAZN. You know, they're a new platform. They haven't got the eyeballs that Showtime's got. Like, not being funny. And this isn't an attack at Showtime, because HBO are in the same boat. Numbers aren't that good. Right? If you're talking about Mikey Garcia doing 600,000,
669,
you don't think that we could do him on DAZN and maybe show a replay across a linear channel or Facebook and not hit those numbers? Easy. So that's the first thing they're being told, which is actually a lie. Then they'll be told you can't get the opponents because we've got all the opponents. You know, but when you're holding the money, it's easy to get opponents. Like with Mikey now, we say if you want to fight Maurice Hooker for the 140 title, if you want to fight Jesse Vargas, or we'll go and get someone else, it's not difficult to do. Oh, they won't get the fights. Now we're getting fights. Andrade Saunders is our first sort of big flagship main event, which is a really good middleweight fight.
And you moved it from Providence to Boston,
no,
right?
No, it was never in Providence. No, we could never get a venue in Providence. We probably would have gone to Providence. But I like Boston as well. It's only an hour from Providence, but it's a fight city. And that's what I like about Chicago as well. A lot of promoters will leave like the press conference today and go, right, see you later. See you on fight week. Do you know what I mean? It don't work like that. You don't just fill places like this. You have to graft every day. Now, I've got to come back. You know, we've got to go into the Puerto Rican community, the Polish community. We've got to get the fighters engaging. DAZN have got to spend the money in this city as well.
When you say go into the community, doing what exactly?
To promote it. You know, you've got to be...
What, like a street team with flyers and stuff?
Everything.
And this is what you do in the UK?
Yeah.
I've never seen boxing put out flyers.
We don't have to, but every market's different, right? Sometimes you'll go to a city in the UK, I'll give you a good example, this won't mean anything to you, but some cities aren't as active on social media or digital space as others. So London, for example, you don't have to go around London like, hey, come to my boxing show, mate, here's a flyer, here's a flyer. But in certain places, Hull is quite a good example, where word of mouth on the street is twice as powerful as a tweet on social media. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes when you come to communities like Chicago, you can't beat working the street. Do you know what I mean? You've got to have those voices. It's not me. You're not going to see me like floating around Chicago with a megaphone. You're going to get people like,
There's a
Polish
show,
Pete,
actually.
Polish Pete, like people like that who have the ear of the Polish community, because that's how you push it. So we want to make sure that as many Poles are in here as possible. So that when Jarrell Miller comes out, he's the bad guy. That's what I want for Jarrell Miller in this fight. And I want to see him put in a performance and knock Adamek out in front of his own. You know? Puerto Rico, same thing. Russian. Tell me about the Russian community.
You going to Puerto Rico?
No. I'm talking about Delorme. Oh. No, there's a big. No, I'm not going to.
DAZN's going to Puerto Rico already?
But that's, you can't just leave and come back on the Wednesday of fight week and go, how did we get on? Oh, tickets haven't gone very well. Oh, fuck. Oh, we should have done
Makes
this.
sense.
So, but that's because the difference is, in the UK, 20 or 30% of the entire revenue is from the broadcaster, and 70 or 80% is from the gate. In the US, it's more like 90% and 10%. So in the past, people have got lazy and gone, oh, how did we do on the gate? This is on fight week. Oh, tickets ain't gone well. Give them all away. And that kills the market. Because if you've been given a free ticket, why are you going to buy one? Unless it's for a monster event. So what you don't want to do is come back here on Wednesday or Thursday of fight week and then go, oh, blimey, we've only sold 2,000 tickets. Oh, we've got to give it. You'll never, ever be able to come back.
So, with you and Al, is it like dead in the water because basically you're taking his idea and trying to do it better?
It's not really his idea. I mean, it's just a great night of boxing is what we're trying to do. But
Well, I mean overall.
no,
trying to get-
Well, he's an advisor. I'm a promoter. I mean, one thing that Al is probably as far removed as a promoter in terms of his actions that you can get. He's an incredibly smart man, like hugely powerful.
But if he's so smart, how is it that you guys aren't doing business? I mean, you
Probably a
have
little
the
bit of ego.
platform.
Probably a little bit of ego.
And the money,
But
and
if
he's
I
as
was
the
Al-
fighters.
If I was Al Heyman, the first phone call I would make is to me, to say, you got all this money, here's the guys that, look, he's not going to give me Spence, Wilder, Garcia. He can't. He needs those for Showtime, right? But look at all the other guys that he can't get work for. Look at the guys that are boxing once a year, but he does. I don't think he wants to give them up. He feels as though he's giving them. Now, every now and again, there'll be a deal that is so good, Jesse Vargas.
He's gotta
He
let him
goes,
go.
okay, I can't stop you from taking that deal. That is, but what is happening is, and there's been other fighters that have signed with us that networks have gone to last minute and gone, don't sign with Eddie, I'll give you more money. And luckily, a couple of them have gone, no, I'm fine, thanks, I'm going with Eddie. And a couple of them have gone, okay, I'll stay with you instead.
Yeah.
But that's what will happen a lot. Like if Mikey Garcia, imagine being Mikey Garcia at the moment. Oh, you've got Eddie Hearn offering you more money than you could ever dream
Why
of.
are you so interested in Mikey
I just
over
like- I
Errol?
like- Because I think Mikey's ready to go. And I don't think Errol is. In terms of making the jump. See, I think Errol, brainwashed is a little bit of a harsh, but I think he's like, he's been sweet talked so much that like he's in that clique. You understand? Mikey is independent enough and smart enough to know, I like you, Al Heyman. Richard Schaefer, you're okay. But I can move at any time. I'm just looking. I'm just talking. Whereas the other guy, I'm Al Heyman. I'm with Al. You know what I mean? So they're like, it's like a cult sometimes. And you don't see other things. You just see what you're being told. And Errol, well, maybe I should make an offer to
But
Errol.
that's what I don't understand. Like, let's hypothetically assume this Broner offer was legitimate from you to him. Why not sit down?
Who? Broner.
Broner and his
because
team.
Because they're in that clique.
But that's what I'm saying. For Al, he still has to say, wow, Eddie's really making an
Yeah, but
aggressive
he
offer.
wouldn't want Broner to leave Showtime.
Even if it's better for the fighter?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he can't afford to lose fighters from Showtime. Showtime are spending a huge amount of money without Heyman.
But they don't have the dates.
Yeah, but they're propping up PBC. You imagine if PBC didn't have Showtime.
But they have you.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, that's how
don't
I
know.
look
You'd
at
have-
it.
I was going to say you'll have to interview Al, but... Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know.
3 times
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
him. Never.
I bet you're like, Al! And he's like, oh!
No, not even.
Yeah.
You know, I tried a different approach. I said, look, you know what this video would do for me. That shit still didn't work.
No, but
yeah, no.
I don't listen. I've only met him a few times, but what I do know is, I know enough people who have told me that he's a very smart guy, and I respect him.
I just can't see why he's not sitting down then.
Ego, doesn't like me, doesn't want us to succeed. But
you've done so much business. So the business that you've done in the past.
But you got to understand, all the business, whenever business gets done, it's always a point where it's just the right deal. Do you know? So like, give you an example. Saunders against Andrade. Frank Warren don't want me to have that show. But I come up with so much money that Billy Joe says, I'm taking that fight. And Warren couldn't stop him. And he thought, I'll take my percentage. You know. So when we did the Errol Spence deal for him to fight Kell Brook, we come up with enough money for him to say, that's enough money, and we think Spence is going to win, so we'll take the fight. When he was giving me the fights back in the day, when he had money, like, you know, when he had the big funds, I didn't really want to send Jamie McDonnell to, you know, Texas to fight Kameda, but he came up with so much money, I couldn't say no.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm not coming up with enough money, but I know I'm coming up with 20, 30, 40, 50% more than the guys are currently getting paid. The main thing for me is the activity. That's the key. So like I say to fighters, here's my offer. 3 fights, 12 months, bosh, bosh, bosh. Okay, well, go back, oh no, I'm going to stay with my existing guy. I go, okay. Are they going to give, they told me they're going to match the money and give me 3 fights in 12 months. I'm like, they're not.
I know.
It's like,
not 3 fights.
I said, get it in writing.
Get it.
No, they
I
go,
was gonna
they
say,
go,
put it on paper.
No, it's fine, no, it's cool. Like he told me. I
Yeah.
said, no, you ain't gonna get it.
Yeah,
So
not
don't come
3
back to me. I
fights.
said, don't come back to me in 12 months and say, oh yeah, no, but it's all bullshit. We do one thing. We do check our reputation. You don't have to like us. We don't lie. We do what we say.
One of our strategy with the PBC in the beginning was get all the B sides. He didn't really go for all the A sides first. He took all the B sides. Is that a strategy that you are thinking of? Because if you don't have an opponent, they have to call you.
Maybe it's definitely not a strategy, but I mean, when you look at like some of the guys that we're working with, I think it's more about that they're A sides, but it opens up big fights. Give you an example: Beterbiev, right? Fucking good fighter, right? Not a huge global name, but a world champion. So sign Beterbiev, who can make the Bivol unification. You know what I mean? Sign Danny Roman, can make the unification.
Eddie, you speak of these fights as if it's so simple, but everybody you speak of is on another network. Bivol is with HBO.
At the moment.
Mikey, Earl, I mean, every name you mention is with someone else.
Yeah, but they're also guys that I'm talking to. So, if I'm
when do we get this big announcement? I want to, because you did an interview, you said you had like 15 heavyweights. So who?
No, I'm saying they're all coming on. I'm talking, since that Chisora fight, they're all coming on. So we want to be in a position where we're working with Joseph Parker, Duco. We've got Takam, Chisora, White, Joshua, Jarrell Miller. Can we get Brazil? Can we get Ortiz? Then all of a sudden, you're looking at it thinking, fucking hell, they've got like 8 of the top 10.
So,
what is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.